What are his thoughts of you? Hi, beautiful soul. Thank you for joining me, Mystic Mia Moksha, here on Mostly in the Moment for another love pick a card reading. We're looking at his thoughts of you physically, emotionally, spiritually, and in terms of a relationship with you. We have 4 piles here. We choose a pile based on the image, the colors, the number, or the crystal that resonates with you. Timestamps are below. These are timeless readings, and they should resonate for whatever status you are in terms of love, whether you're single, in little to no communication, just dating, or in a relationship. I just want to say thank you so much for your support and for your support of good light work out in this community. We all need each other, we all support each other, and love is a goal here. So thank you for your support. I support you in your love goals as well. And with that, I hope you enjoy the reading, and I wish you much love and light. Hi, beautiful pile 1 with the Ocean Jasper and Ambush Fear with your Ferocious Dream card, the elephant on it. We're looking at his thoughts of you. Let's start with physical energies. Beauty and happiness. Yeah, you're definitely a very beautiful person, but not just because of your looks, but because of the energy that you carry. You definitely have an energy where you look at the bright side of things. You tend to be more positive. You try to find the good in anything. You also are usually happy, or you're trying to make other people happy, or you're trying to choose to be happy at any given moment or any given day. And that's where the beautiful energy comes from. That's where the actual beauty comes from. I'm going to go a little bit spiritual here, but a lot of people who chose to be beautiful in this current lifetime, it's probably because they shared a lot of beautiful energies in past lifetimes. So you're kind of reaping the rewards, right? So you're exuding a lot of beauty, and what you do with it in this lifetime is up to you. But if you're a very beautiful soul, very beautiful person outwardly, it would probably not be a bad idea to kind of use that beauty for good. You know, there's a commercial a long time ago, I forget what it was called, but it's kind of like, pretty is what you are, beauty is what you do. And so that's the kind of energy I get from you, pile 1, is that they see you as not just someone who is really good looking outwardly, but you carry a very beautiful energy. Change one thing today, start small. I feel like your person feels like you could change the world. You already are. They feel like all the small things that you do today is leading to big things being accomplished tomorrow. Not just in your life, but in the lives of people that you love and care about, and the lives of people that you touch, and the communities that you touch. So your person, pile 1, he really regards you highly. He feels like you're a change maker. You're here to bring the best kinds of energies that helps everyone around you onto this planet. Wow. They might really support your dreams, or they love listening to you talk about your dreams because you have so much passion about it. And they look at you and just be like, yeah, pile 1 is someone who can definitely pull that off. Like, look how beautiful they are. Look how organized they are, or like how efficient they are, or how productive they are, practical they are. I don't know, there's something about you that's kind of like feminine energies meets masculine energies. Like, you're very intuitive, but you know how to like intellectually put everything together, put your ideas into practice, kind of thing. All right, so let's look at his thoughts of your emotional energies. Family, yeah, they definitely feel like you would be a great person to have on their team, as a wife, as a mother, as a daughter-in-law, as a sister-in-law. as an aunt, and just your family, just from seeing how you interact with your family, just how you make people feel like they're your family, like even if it's just like co-workers or your friends or people that you see on a regular basis, even like that store clerk that's always there or something like that. Like, you make people feel like they're your family. Like, you know, when you say hi to people, it's not just like a transactional thing, like you're just trying to make small talk while you're checking out. Like, you kind of really ask, like, oh, how's it going? You know, how's the issue with your dog? It's okay. Yeah, okay. How's your mom doing? You know, how's your ankle feeling? You know, you really check in with people. You really make people feel like special, and when they're talking to you, like they're the only person in the world, or they're the only person in the room. And yeah, you really make people feel special, and like it feels like an energy that people needed, but they didn't know that they needed. You make people feel that extra special way. Oh my goodness. Pile 1. This is extraordinary. Fans. Oh wow. Okay, so this is the World card. It's interesting because it's kind of like zooming out of the world and looking at your life from an out-of-body experience, from out of your own perspective. There's something about how you always look at things in a different perspective, and they just never expect it. 1 second. I want to zoom out the camera a little bit, but yeah, I do feel like you never cease to surprise your person, Pile 1, about your views on things. And it could be even just the connection between the two of you, the relationship you two have, or if you're physically intimate, like you might say something that's like kind of like out, like otherworldly, just makes them feel out of body. Like, are you here sitting on the couch with me, or are you like floating up in the air above us and like saying these things, like witnessing us from a different perspective? Because like they're seriously blown away with some of the things that you say. When I'm hearing, like, when you're out at a restaurant or something and you're having a meal, you'll like pick up on people's situations, or the situation of the business, or the energy of the street, the town, the city, or whatever. And you'll say like the most unusual, unique things. And they find it so fascinating and interesting, of course, but they just they find it humbling, I want to say, like, because it's like, when you say things, it's not because you're being rude, or because you're being overly interested in someone else's situation, or just blurting out facts or anything because you're neurodivergent or anything. It's nothing like that. It's because you're able to see so many different points of view, that when you say something, it's not out of negativity or feeling like you're better than thou or anything like that. It's just you're pointing out what you see, your truth, what you pull out of the situation that most people would not be able to pick up on or don't think about, you know? And so they really value that trait that you have. I'm getting like the friends and family here. Something like, you deserve friends and family. You probably have really, really, like, if you have friends and family that are like your true few, like they're your close, like people that you really, really are closely bonded with, and that you can go to for anything. Like a few friends and a few family members that you're like are super, super closely bonded with. If not, yeah, that you will be, because like even your person, Pile 1, knows it. They're like, yeah, Pile 1 deserves someone who understands their uniqueness and can appreciate it and kind of let it flourish. They want you to flourish. Even like in connections, like you know exactly what to do in terms of family connections. Like that's why they love you as like all these different roles, you know, the daughter-in-law, the daughter, the wife, the mother, all the roles that you play, because you do them all so well, and you put your own spin on all these roles, and you do things and you say things and you help people out in ways that like they don't think other people would think of. Even with your friends, like you're there for them in unique ways, and like you're so, I don't know, I don't want to say perfect, but you're very thoughtful. And I'm even getting like, yeah, in the bedroom, even for date nights, even for just like going on a walk with your family or friends, like you make the moments special. You bring a unique quality to all these things that they know they would be lucky to spend time with you, to be allowed to experience life by your side in this way. Any friend would, any family member would, but especially a partner would. They understand this power one. He understands your value deeply. They want you to flourish. They want to help you with your dreams. You deserve it. They're like, you deserve people, good people by your side. Interesting. Wow, they really emotionally feel deeply for you, power one. Okay, so spiritually, what are the thoughts about you spiritually? Seven of Swords in reverse, truth, and channel your knowledge. Critical judgment. Yeah, that's what I was saying, because like, you know how I was saying like, oh, you don't say things because you want to be negative, or you're trying to be critical or anything. Like you're just pointing out the truth of a situation, and it sometimes rubs people the wrong way. And I'm not saying that you're like harsh with your tone or anything. I just think that and it's not even like a child who has no filter that just like blurts out anything. You know how children are so very brutally honest, on the verge of being mean, or sometimes just straight up mean. I don't see that in you. I just feel like you point out things sometimes, and sometimes sometimes it's just like a compliment. Like you point out things in people and they're like, wow, like no one has ever noticed that personality trait or that skill set that I have. Like they really appreciate your comments and your compliments, because they're very unique. You know, you see things in people that they might not see in themselves, or that no one else has ever seen in them. So people very much value what you have to say and your thoughts and your opinions, because you're like, wow, she sees deep inside me, right? But then also in the same way, you also can point out the truth in people that people don't like to see, you know, whether it's in themselves or another person or in the world. And you're not trying to like upset anyone. You're just genuinely trying to help people or show people the truth, or you're not even trying to show people anything. You're just trying to point out things that you find interesting. And yeah, I feel like this is like their higher self being like, just go, girl. Like channel your knowledge, channel your truth, do what you need to do. Interesting. What about in terms of a relationship? How does he feel about you in terms of a relationship with you? Nothing yet is set in stone. Yeah, I was just feeling that. Yeah, I heard like the jury's still out. And I think it's because like I'm getting from spirit, it's because it's a lot of responsibility to be with someone of your energy. That's why they're like, oh, you deserve someone who can let you flourish. You should have a good close-knit group of friends, and really good family support system, because you do have a lot of promise. They're not quite sure if they're in the picture. I feel like they wish to be, they want to be, but they also love you so much that they will actually want what's best for you, and even if it's not them. You know, even if they're in your life in some other capacity, like they'll be happy. And sometimes it's a little bit too much pressure on them, or too much stress, feeling like, am I enough for this person, or am I what they need? Okay, yeah. 5 of Pentacles. It feels like you need a lot of I got the word high maintenance. Like, you, not that you are high maintenance in terms of physical needs, financial needs, or anything like that, but when it comes to energetic needs, like, you might be a little bit like, you might need someone who is more on your level. And just know that, like, you're not high maintenance, Power One. Like, if you met the right person who is on the same energy level as you, or around the same energy level as you, they won't consider you too strong of an energy to be with. So just be aware, like, I feel like you might be like nothing's set in stone. I'm not sure if you're the person who can give me what I need energetically, you know? Because everything else checks out. They love you, and like that, you know, sometimes like what else do you need more than that, right? But sometimes like someone with your kind of promise needs something more than that, sadly, sometimes, you know, even though there's a lot of love here. All right. So Pile 1, I hope you enjoyed the reading. If you resonated with it or liked it, or have your story to tell, because this is a very unique situation. You seem like a very beautiful, bright soul. I would love to hear your story in the comments or in the email. And with that, I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day. And I wish you much love and light. Hi, beautiful Pile 2. The Citrine, and magic happens when you most expect it card. We're looking at his thoughts of you. So let's look at his personal thoughts of you. Always joyful. All right. I'm hearing from you that's not true. But it feels like anytime something frustrates you or irritates you, you try to get through it. I feel like that's such a different approach than most people you know around you take. If something makes you angry, you just kind of feel through it. You let yourself be angry and you feel through it. Alright, so what else I'm thinking of you? Nourish your body with high vibe energy. Yes, I do feel like you make it a point, you make it an effort to do as best you can do, like in any situation. So whether it's with your person, Pile 2, or in life, with your career, with your relationships with others, your health, like anything you attempt, anything that has your name on it, like you make sure that you do it to the best of your ability, or you do it to your level of standards. So even when you get frustrated or mad, and I think you do, I feel like you do get frustrated. Like, you seem like such a kind, loving person outwardly, so smart, has everything together, but I feel like there's like a level of perfectionism that plagued you at one time, where you feel like you have to be perfect. Maybe you had issues with trying to be perfect and never reaching it, or something like that. You had to do a lot of inner work in regards to that. But your person definitely sees that it's a good thing, because you're pushing yourself to be the best version of yourself. And so maybe in the beginning of your journey, you were really like hard on yourself. You were really self-critical, and you didn't come at it in the best way. But they see that you're always improving, you're always working on yourself, you're always making sure it's okay not to be perfect and everything. So sometimes, like, yeah, you have to put in extra effort to not be angry, not to be frustrated, to be more happy, to keep that high vibe, but like you put the energy and effort into it, and you do it so often that like it works. Like you actually do end up calming yourself down or being less self-critical and like being okay with a little bit of mess here and there, with a little bit of chaos in your life. And so they see that you really work on yourself. And when you're happy, you're genuinely happy. You're not faking it. I think that's the thing that they most appreciate about you, is like when you're working hard, you're actually working hard, not faking like you are. When you clean, you actually clean. You don't just, surface clean or something like that, like when you try to be a better person, you actually try to become a better person, not just become better at faking being a better person. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So what about emotionally? What do they think about you in terms of your emotionality? Truth. Yeah, see? Like you're really, really honest. You're really, really authentic. When you're upset, you're genuinely upset. When you're doing well, you're genuinely doing well. I feel like you're getting upset with yourself. You're super self-critical because you look outside of yourself. You look out there at other people and you're like, well, they have it all together. They're doing so well with their finances, with their relationships, with their social life, with their looks, with their health, but it's fake. And so you're holding yourself to an impossible standards because people are showing you their fake versions of themselves. And I feel like with this person holding up the mirror, like you're seeing yourself for who you really are and realizing that you are perfect in your own ways. More perfect than these other people who feign it, like who fake it, because they're not genuinely trying to be healthy, be financially well off. Like they're in debt, like in serious debt, and they're showing like they're wearing all these like designer brands or driving these nice cars, or they look healthy but they're putting on so much makeup and they're practicing unhealthy habits in order to come across as healthy. And you're genuinely making your green juices and you're genuinely like working out and using like cleaner products and stuff like that. And so you're genuinely actually healthier than these people that look healthy, or you're saving your money, or you're putting your money away, or you only spend it on things that you need or really want. And so you're doing financially better than some of these people that look like they're doing better. And so it's like you're not faking it though, like you're real. Queen of Mirrors, wow. And the Truth card with her holding up this mirror. The bitch. Yeah, seriously, I feel like you're so worried sometimes that you come off kind of mean or negative or kind of bitchy. But that's just you being a human being. You're just being your true self. You get annoyed at things. Some things upset you, some things anger you. You're a normal person, and I feel like you're trying to hold yourself to these impossible standards of people being way too calm or way too passive or way too kind, but they're faking it. They're just like, yes. They'll say yes to your face, they'll smile, they'll be calm, and then like in their car ride home, they'll be like, screaming in their whole commute home, or like they'll take it out on their spouse or their children or their friends, or they act like this stand-up righteous person, and then in their own lives they're just a horrible person, right? So like you get upset at yourself sometimes for coming off in like this seemingly like rude way, but you're being real, you're being authentic, you're being genuine, you're being truly who you are, and you're not trying to make a mess of things, create chaos. You do dislike chaos, but I feel like chaos is a normal part of life. And so I feel like your person sees you as someone who is, yeah, you might say something unpleasant sometimes, but it's the truth. And maybe it's something that people need to hear versus what they want to hear. Not like going around all the time, like just being like, I'm a righteous, like social justice warrior kind of vibe. But I'm saying like, you know, some people, they need to hear the truth, or sometimes like you get mad at yourself because you don't know how people can hold it together and come off so calm and so nice and so passive and put together all the time, and you feel like you're trying to hold yourself up to that standard and you're always falling short, and you always like say something like you shouldn't have said, or you know, you're standing up for yourself or someone else and you're like, oh, shouldn't I not have said that? It's like, no, your human is showing. These people that you're comparing yourself to are just less human than you, you know, and you might not know how much so unless you were like with them 24/7, you know. So you're like getting down on yourself for being an actual person, which is like, oh, is that like a bad thing? I mean, your person finds it sexy. They find it incredibly sexy that you are a real person and you don't follow the norm and you just say what's on your mind sometimes, and not like in a rude way, but like in a way that like, you know, sometimes different opinions need to be heard, different perspectives need to be heard, and yeah, it's what gives you that spice, I feel like when you're so real that when you're happy, you're genuinely happy. When you're having fun with your person, you're genuinely having fun with your person. Like, you're not faking anything at any point, if you know what I mean. All right, let's see. In terms of spiritual, how do they see you? Three of Wands. They see you someone like lighting the way. They see you as someone who does the small things, you know, like the things that people don't see. You put in the hours, you put in the hard work that people don't see because you genuinely want to achieve that goal from the ground up, and say that you achieved it yourself, that you worked hard to get there, and that you earned it. You earned this achievement. I feel like you've had opportunities to kind of shoot to the top, but in not the right ways, and you always chose to go forward on the right way. And that might mean that you were at the bottom for a longer time. Like, you might have had like some of those lower positions for a longer time. You might have to put in more work, more time, more hours, more years, you know. But they can see it. Your person can see it, that you are always meant to do things the way you were meant to do it. Like, even if it's not the destination, it's the journey, right? Like, your person sees that, like, whatever happens with your goals in life, like, you did things the right way, the honest to God, truthful way, the way that you believe that things should be done. And that's why you're leading the way. It's like this kind of juxtaposition of someone who has like a seemingly low level rank. So it might be something about your life that you are unhappy with. Maybe it's your finances. Maybe you wish you were wealthier. Maybe it's your social circle. Maybe you wish you had more friends or more family members that you feel like make you look good or help you out more. Maybe you wish that you had a better status at work. Maybe you wish you had a better rank. People respected you more. Maybe you wish that you came off more successful in life, whatever that looks like for you. You know, the house, the family, the cars, the children, the whatever. Or like more money, the status, the you know, house behind the gates, or whatever is notoriety, fame, whatever it is, power. Like, I feel like your person looks at you and your person looks at you and sees someone who lived life the right way without any shortcuts. In fact, the opposite, someone who lived life with a lot of setbacks and had to like get through the obstacles just to get at the base level and then have like to work hard to raise through the ranks. Something at like starting at a disadvantage or something like that. You started at a disadvantage, or you started at a disadvantage many times, and so just to get to like the base level of that situation was really tough. You had a lot of obstacles in life, and then to kind of go from that bottom all the way to the top was also really grueling, a lot of hard work, and it took a lot of time, energy, and effort, blood, sweat, and tears, a lot of years, a lot of figuring out little things and doing a lot of things behind the scenes or something like that. I'm mentioning this pile too because your person sees it. Your person sees the grueling work you've put in behind the scenes, or if they haven't known you for a very long time, like they understand it because they understand what it takes to get to where you are. They see how you work now, and they can imagine how much work you put in just to get to where you are now. Or they themselves have had a similar path where they can understand your path. Or the third option, which is they've known you for a very long time and they've seen you go through all of this. I feel like your person is expecting you to have some sort of miraculous opportunity present itself for you finally. Like you deserve it. Like you worked hard for it. Yeah. Kundalini rising, ignite your passion for life. There's this energy of you might get down a lot recently because of not seeing the results of your hard work, or not seeing enough of it. Like you might see a little bit here and there, but like not enough to kind of make you feel like you're getting out of this low level rank in life, whatever it is for you. It could be your looks, it could be your health, it could be, you know, your social life, your goals in life, your career, your finances, whatever you feel like you're lacking. It feels like it's been so long that you've been trying to achieve that as of late it's been getting tough. It's been getting tough to keep believing in yourself, to keep believing that it's worth continuing to put in energy and effort into this, whatever it is. To the point where you're usually such a always joyful person, but you feel like you've become a bitch. And it's probably because you just feel like your environment isn't matching all the work that you've done internally. But here Spirit is saying, like, magic happens when you most expect it. So, like, you probably know something is about to pop off in your life in a very positive way. Kundalini rising, like, you definitely have to feel that you have a lot of passion in life, and if you feel like that's been dull recently, that's going to be reignited, because you're someone who had a lot of passion, a lot of fire, or a lot of realness, very authentic, very connected to the divine. So yeah, you definitely have, I'm hearing, a lot more you're supposed to do in this lifetime, right? And I feel like your person feels it and knows this about you. I feel like they're your biggest cheerleader, because everything that we've channeled as a message from their side is like someone who like really admires you. And it's probably because they've gone through similar things. So if this doesn't sound like the person that you picked this pile to, it might be someone else. It might be a friend, it might be someone coming in. Okay? Or someone coming back. Okay, what about in terms of relationships? What are the thoughts of you in terms of a relationship? Expect powerful change, yeah. So whoever this is, pile 2, because I feel like this person's like an onlooker, like a big fan of yours. Yeah, because I feel like for some of you, like, people around you currently might not be the ones who see you this way. So even if you're in a relationship, or if you pick this pile for someone that you do talk to and do communicate with right now, I don't feel like it's that person. I feel like it's someone else. It's an onlooker. Someone who's about to come into your life, or someone who's known you for a while, maybe since childhood, or someone who you've known a while ago, but I feel like for most people, this is someone somewhat new. Because I expect a powerful change, because I feel like there's people around you who don't get you. Something like that. Death card, yeah, change, yeah. And they both come out in reverse, so I feel like this change is positive. Expect this positive change. And we saw that like a miracle happens, magic is happening. Something is about to pop off in your life, pile 2, in a very, very positive way. And I can't say that you haven't expected it, because you've been working for it. So you did expect it. You know, you didn't know how it would happen. You didn't know when it would happen. You just knew that if you just work hard and kept moving forward, because you've had a lot of, I'm getting a lot of slumps. Like so many, like there's so many times where you felt like got down on yourself, but you like picked yourself up immediately, like later in the day, next week, you know. You felt through it, you got yourself back up, you picked yourself back up, dusted yourself off, and like kept moving forward. And it's here, some sort of powerful change. I feel like it comes in with this person. Yeah. Yeah, this is interesting, because I feel like this person, it could be a new romantic potential. Or if you're not interested in something romantic with another person, it could be someone who's a soulmate level connection, but platonic. Or just someone that you're going to be working with or alongside. It could be a friend, you know, but this is someone else. I do think it's a guy, because I do feel like there is like a romantic potential here. It's very positive, and Spirit is saying that that's all you're supposed to know, because I'm like kind of asking for more details, and they're like, no, that's all that she needs to know, because this is where the magic happens. And so expect something sooner rather than later, beautiful file 2. But don't worry, like all the hard work that you put in will pay off, is paying off now. You are going to see the results of your hard work this month, whenever you're watching this. And it might be completely like unexpected in a way that you never thought of. Wow. Okay, pile 2. I know this went to it in a different direction. Like, I'm even surprised. Let me know if it resonated. Some people get upset sometimes when I go for like a love reading, and then Spirit brings through like all this stuff. But like, hey, that's the way that I read. That's the kind of reader I am. I have that like high frequency. So like, just let me know if that's okay. If it still helped you, you know. If it didn't, go find your own reader. Okay, you don't need to be on this channel. But I think I've at this point created the right family, the right energetic connection on this channel to know that like if you pick a pile and it comes out like this is the message you actually needed to hear, you know. So pile 2, like and comment if you resonated, and with that, I hope you have a beautiful rest of the day, and I wish you much love and light. Hi, beautiful pile 3 with the rose quartz, and your past supports your future card. We're looking at his thoughts of you. So let's get started with that. What are his thoughts of you? Blissful pleasure. Follow your bliss, and the universe will open doors where there are only walls. Okay, so your person definitely sees you as someone who follows their heart, who goes along with what they feel is right, what they think is right. And you enjoy your life. You enjoy following your heart. I'm getting like someone might call you like airy fairy sometimes, or someone who goes against the grain, maybe against societal norms sometimes, lives life in their own unique way. Whatever it is, however people describe you, is kind of along the lines of you do what you think is right. And there's something so beautiful about the way that you enjoy your life. You're like, I don't need to do things in this way or that way. I can just do it this way and I'm happy. Like, I don't need this, I don't need that. I don't know why you're telling me that I need all these things. I'm happy with this and that. That's something that you should have, maybe. Like, I feel like there's something about following your own path. And it makes you look really good because you're living your true authentic life. And it might be surprising to other people. Maybe it's just like the way that you designed your kitchen, or the way that you organize your kitchen, or the way that your bedroom or sleeping arrangement is set up, you know, between you and your partner. Or maybe it's your schedule, your daily schedule, or how you go about living your day-to-day life, or, you know, maybe your diet, your routine, your eating diet, your workout routine, or maybe you go on a hike every other day, or you go on vacations every week, or whatever it is. Like, I feel like you enjoy life and it works for you and you're pulling it off, and people are kind of triggered by it. But not the people who resonate with you, not the people who aren't triggered by you, but inspired by you. Like your person, he definitely sees how beautiful it is that you live life the way that it makes sense to you, and it works for you because it's for you, you know. And they're like, kind of, I'm getting amazed by it, a little excited as well, because it's like they're inspired, they're motivated by you to kind of find what works for them. Okay, stay away from drama today. Yeah. I feel like it's like, whatever, people can say whatever they want, like they don't get it. Like, it obviously works for me. I'm having a blast living my life the way I want to live it. Maybe it's the way that you dress. Maybe it's the way, yeah, that you live outside some sort of norm. Maybe you live on a beach. Maybe you live on a boat. Maybe you live secluded in the woods. Maybe you live off grid. Maybe, you know, you live in the same building that you do business from. Whatever the situation is, it just feels like a lot of people have their own opinions on it, and it's like, whatever, this isn't your life, doesn't make sense for you. Of course it's not gonna resonate for you, but it upsets them, and it makes them feel like they need to say something. This is so weird. Sorry, pile 3. This went in on a tangent. But your person doesn't care. He's like, I see you, pile 3. I see you. You're a beautiful soul living that way that you're exactly meant to live, and you're happy and it works for you. They find it so beautiful because you're so at ease. Like, I feel like you have such low stress and you enjoy life. And I feel like your person, pile 3, like, looks around and he's like, oh, everyone around me is unhappy. They're not living a life that makes sense to them. And they're just jealous. They're just envious of you, pile 3, okay? They feel slightly protective over you, but then they're like, pile 3 doesn't need protecting. These other people do, because, like, pile 3 is powerful. Like, you're powerful. You're seen as powerful from your person because, like, you act on what you feel is the right thing to do. And they're looking around, they're like, not everyone has that power. You don't need to be protected because it just rolls off your back. Wow. Okay, what do they think about you in terms of emotions? Home. They want to create a home with you. They might already be working on that, or they might already have a home with you, but they want to create more of a sense of home with you. I feel like they want to cater to your needs, like whatever you prefer. Like, for example, if you need to be near water more, or if you need to be around more trees, more greenery, more like open fields without tall buildings, or somewhere where there's more wildlife and more preserved nature. Style of home, maybe you prefer a smaller home, maybe you prefer a bigger home. Maybe you prefer a home that's further away from certain people or closer to certain people. Maybe you do better in a home with a different kind of setup. Yeah, because what I mentioned was like, oh yeah, like you might have a different like sleeping arrangement with your partner, different spaces for your own interests and hobbies for you and your partner and your family, your kids, or whatever. Like you might have a business or something like that, or you might work out of your home. You might have a large garden or like an outdoor space for, you know, certain things you make or something like that. And yeah, like the kitchen, like you might set things up differently. Like the typical home layout might not work for you. You might want more of an open layout, or you might want more rooms for certain different things. Whatever it is, like I feel like your person, pile 3, wants to, they're already working on it, but they want to create a home that more, like, better suits your needs, whatever that is. The proposal. 10 of Cups. Yeah, okay, so yeah, that's, you know how I said like they're already working on it? Yeah, they're already working on it. So if you guys aren't already married and living together, that is definitely their goal. They value your independence. They value your perspective on life. They value your authenticity. You know what you're doing. And it seems like you don't to people that don't know you that well. But they know you well. Pile 3, your person, he knows you well. And he understands you and your lifestyle. And he sees the value in it. And he wants to put a ring on it. He wants to build a home for you. Wow, this person is really gung-ho on making things happen. Okay, let's look at the spiritual side of things. What are his thoughts of you spiritually? The Fool card, yeah, they're really excited to start this new chapter with you. It really does feel like it already has started. So you might already have plans for this, or I feel like a very small amount of you don't have this idea. You don't know that this is what they're actually planning and thinking of. But for most of you, like, you two have already talked about this. You two have already started this. You already know this. This is just a confirmation. A little bit more insight from their perspective. But like on the physical, like surface level, you already see that they're kind of working towards this. Between Worlds, yeah, so the Fool card came out in reverse, and then the Between Worlds came out, new direction. So yeah, I feel like you two are kind of in the middle of it. Like there's like a fork in the road. It's like, okay, well, like this is like our life before, this is our life after, and there's like very specific things that it's referring to, which is marriage or partnering up in a certain way, home, creating a better home that better suits you and the family, or future family or potential family, whatever. It's like you two have already started this journey, but you still haven't completely left your old world yet. And you have someone who's holding your hand, leading you into this new world, taking your direction, your insights, your needs, your wants, desires, and leading you there. Really good guy, really good man. Like a man's man. Like he's very, like, he's taking initiative, he's being the leader, he's listening to you, you know, really healed feminine as well. Wow. Okay, so what about in terms of a relationship? What are his thoughts about you in terms of a relationship? Don't let your past hold you back. Yeah, there is a kind of feeling that, like, there's people who didn't understand you, people who are giving you bad advice. Maybe not intentionally. Maybe these are people who love you, maybe they're family, maybe they're friends, maybe they're old friends, maybe they're neighbors, society, people at work, people in, old groups of people that has been holding you back. And even with the homes, like, I want to set up a home that's better suited to you. I feel like you are meant to not be in a cookie cutter kind of home or a cookie cutter kind of life. And your person understands that, and they want you to thrive. And you already are thriving by yourself. They just want to help you and to amplify that. They do see that, like, again, that there might be a feeling of attacks, maybe not personal, maybe not like intentional, but like they see it as attacks. You don't. You're like, I don't give a F about what other people think. But they feel, you know, if you love someone, you don't want to see them. You don't want to see people saying bad things, intentionally or unintentionally. Maybe these people have your best. They think that they have your best interest at heart. They think they know what's good for you. They think that you're unhappy or not doing well for some reason. You know, whatever that is. Because they're looking at your life from their point of view, their lens, their eyes, and it's from their perspective on life, you're not doing well or something like that. So they think. And so they might say things that can be taken out of line, or it could be overstepping their boundaries, or not helpful, actually harmful, and even hurtful. But you don't see it that way because you understand their perspective. They can't see yours. And so your person who loves you, it hurts them when people say things unconsciously, or say things that like they don't understand is not helpful to you or may hurt you, you know. They can't watch that. It makes them feel so sad. So they're like, whatever you need, like, let me take you away, let me be your knight in shining armor, let me help you. They really want to help you. And because you wouldn't do it for yourself, you know, you're like, I'm happy just being where I'm at right now. Like, these people don't bother me. These situations don't bother me. But it bothers your person to see you have to like deal with that. I feel like you're kind of like used to it or something like that. I'm sorry, pile 3. But your person really loves you, and they want to protect you, and they want to like help you, like lead you to a better path, even if you don't want it for yourself, or you do want it, but you just don't care. You're like happy with where you are at and who you are now. Like, people who don't get it, they're just like annoying flies, right? That you can just kind of like shoo away. But your person is like, no, like, I don't want you to have to deal with that. Like, let me do something better for you. That's so sweet. Yeah, give you something. They're like, this isn't even like a lot. Like, what I want to give you is not even a lot. Like, to them, they don't see this as something like a big deal. Like, they're like, I feel like this is like required of me as a partner. Like, not even required. Like, I feel like I want to do this for you. Like, it's like, maybe it's more for me than it is for you even, you know? And so they're like, this is nothing. Like, let me do this for you. Like, let's do this. Because I feel like you don't want to put this person out of the way. Like, you don't want to add on to their list of things to do. You know, you're like, no, it's okay. It's really okay. Like, I'm okay being here, doing this, whatever. And your person's like, no, I want to do this for you. Like, this isn't asking for too much. Trust me. Like, in fact, like, I hope, like, if anyone, like, does that to me, or if I'm in a situation like that, like, you might pick up on it and, like, lead me out of that situation, you know? And at this point, pile 3, it might be just, like, nicer to let them do the nice thing for you. Okay. Yeah, I know, because I feel like you, pile 3, are someone who doesn't really ask for help, or don't want to make someone do something for you, like something that grand. But they're like, no, this is as much for me as it is for you. I want to do this. It make me happy to do this. So pile 3, you have a really good person here. Really solid man by your side. Who's willing to do what's necessary to give you the life that you deserve. That's really special. Pile 3. Happy for you. This is great. I hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope it resonated. If you did like this reading, I really appreciate a like or comment. And with that, I hope you have a beautiful rest of the day. And I wish you much love and light. Hi, beautiful pile 4. With the clear quartz and the fierce Serenity card with a image of a lion here. We're looking at his thoughts of you. Let's get started with his first thoughts of you. For love at first sight and proud spirit. When I saw you, I fell in love, and you smiled because you knew. Shakespeare. How cute. So I do feel a feeling of, that's the one. That's the one. There she is. I've been looking for you everywhere. I feel like he smiles too because he knows. As soon as he knows, as soon as he looks at you, he knows. As soon as you speak, he knows. There's a proud spirit and fierce serenity here. So there's a deep sense of like, finally, now I can breathe. Now I can get this weight off my shoulder. I feel like I'm free. I found her. And feeling incredibly proud of you because you're incredible. I'm hearing from them like, what else can I say? Like, she's incredible. She's everything and more than I dreamt of, that I could possibly dream of. She's better than my dream girl. Like, how crazy amazing is this? Surround yourself with your soul tribe. I feel like this doesn't always happen. For the two of you, around the time that you meet, you will also meet a lot of like-souled individuals. So people who vibrate on the same vibration as you. This usually means that like some huge thing has been achieved spiritually. So you've definitely leveled up in a big way in your life, and so has your person. And you're also going to come in contact with other people who have also leveled up very, very big in around the same time that you and your person has. Because I'm getting this energy of meeting each other, love at first sight, meeting other people who are on your level around the same time that you meet this person. I do feel like for a lot of you, this is someone new coming in. But it could be someone that you already have met and this already has happened. But it does feel like it's like a new playing field. It's a new world. It's a new level. And along with that, along with your connection to Source, and along with probably a new career, new lifestyle, new everything, you also get new people who resonate with that. So this is a deeply spiritual pile. If you resonate with that, you might want to continue. If not, you probably want to pick a different pile. Although I want to say with this reading, every pile has been slightly more spiritual. Maybe check out some of the other readings, but I do feel like for this pile, yeah, you are definitely very highly spiritual, and you definitely leveled up so big that you've entered like a new era of your life, definitely a new vibration that hasn't been that you haven't reached before. And so I'm getting at the beginning of this new everything situation, you're also going to be meeting with people who are also new. So you're not going to meet someone who's like been in this vibe for a long time. You're also meeting people who are new to this kind of whatever world. Because that's why you form a bond, because you're all kind of going through a similar experience around the same time. What are their thoughts in regards to emotions? Closure. Yeah, there's definitely a feeling of whatever happened in the past happened in the past. For very few of you, this is someone coming back, but I feel like for most of you, this is just kind of closure with the past and the old life. Even if you're wrapping things up, there might be a situation where one or both of you might have been in a relationship with someone else or entertaining another romantic potential. This could be closure with old friends, old people you don't resonate with anymore, the old way of living, the old life, right? The old version of yourself, the old version of how you were in relationships, old versions of relationships overall, too. So this is not just a new romantic love connection that you're having, it's a new form of love connection you have with someone else. It's a new form of friendship, new form of community that you're forming with other people. So this is like on a different level. So that's why there's a lot of closure energy there, because I feel like this is all happening around the same time. So you're both kind of on the same emotional plane where you're kind of like helping each other, not just you and your person pile four, not just you and your divine counterpart, but also you and your soul tribe, just kind of in the same place where you're helping each other navigate these new waters and also say goodbye to the old world kind of thing. Four of Rings. Yeah, this is the Four of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles usually means the home card, and the possessive energy came out in reverse. So I feel like you, your divine counterpart, your new friends here, your soul tribe here, we're all helping each other kind of be okay with moving on. And it takes a second. So I feel like even though this person knows, oh my gosh, so much is coming through. It gave me like some sort of excitement in my heart. But even though this person knew that you were the one right off the bat, like it was obvious that both of you were still kind of dealing with letting go of something in the past. And so giving each other space, being each other's go-to person, comfort, friend. There's other people involved too, your soul tribe, other people who are going through similar energies. But he knew right away when he saw you, like, that's the one. But it might be a minute before there's any moves made in that department, because maybe you or him or both of you kind of left a significant connection, or everyone here, your whole soul tribe has left things behind that was tough to kind of move on from, but like encouraging each other, knowing this is the right move, being there for each other kind of thing. Okay, so what about spiritually? What are his thoughts of you spiritually? Three of Swords. Still, okay, heartbreak. There's this energy of not just you, but him and your whole soul tribe going through heartbreak. So that's why, like, I spirit's like, yeah, this isn't just like a, yeah, we'll get over it kind of thing. No, that's why spirit allowed you all to find each other, not just your divine counterpart, but like, you know, your platonic soul tribe friends, because this is tough. Pile 4, I'm sorry to say that, but like, this is tough saying goodbye to whatever you're saying goodbye to. So you need some time to kind of get closure, wrap things up, emotionally deal with it, have some space to yourself, you know. You have everyone's like undying support and understanding for sure. I'm getting this image of like daily or weekly meetings at like a campfire or something, just sitting around a campfire while the sun's setting somewhere near water. Being around water when you're dealing with something so emotionally difficult is really good. And that fire for cleansing, you know, with the sunset, that's like when the sun light energy is very powerful, right? It just allows the healing process to be helpful, especially when you're sitting around the fire with your soul family, to help heal with whatever this closure situation is, this heartbreak situation is. Oh my goodness. Okay. Hidden realms, create conscious awareness. I do feel like spiritually, there's so much coming up to the surface, so much that you two are kind of figuring out and learning together, and you and your soul tribe are like kind of getting more clarity, getting more information on. It's a lot. It might seem like sometimes like it's too much too soon, but it's easier with other people around. And this is kind of like a collective energy. So whether it's awakened collective or the unawakened collective, the earth receives the same energy. It's just depending on where you are in your journey, you'll receive it differently. So the unawakened collective is getting a lot of these awakening energies, but the awakened collective is getting all these like downloads, new information of these hidden realms, going through their own version of awakening, which is like the next level up, right? So I'm getting that while you're saying goodbye to the old world, you're being introduced to the new world, and it's a little bit overwhelming, like how the awakening energy is for the unawakened collective is overwhelming. So overwhelm is everywhere, you know? Yeah, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's bittersweet. You know, this new world, it's like amazing. You know, it's like looking at heaven. It's looking at this new life that you've created or about to create. And it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful that it might make you cry. You know, when you get that feeling of just like, oh my goodness, this is like divine. This is miraculous. And you get that feeling of just like, wow, everything's connected. And you might even get teary-eyed. I get that a lot when I meditate. It's just like, oh, everything's so beautiful, and I get teary-eyed for a second. But this is, so it's like that, and it's like beautiful, but it's bittersweet because you're also leaving another world behind that you've called home for so long, right? The home card here. You're not being possessive over it, so you're definitely practicing non-attachment. Beautiful pile 4. But okay, so your person is like holding your hand. They're like, I'm here with you for this heartbreak. I'm here with you for all these amazing new experiences. But with so many things going on, it's very overwhelming. And although you have someone to hold your hand, it's like probably an appropriate time to kind of start a new relationship. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you know, you know. But in regards to relationships, what are their thoughts about a relationship with you? A win-win outcome is forecast. Yeah. So whatever happens, it's a win-win situation. So although it can be seen as bittersweet, like they know whatever happens, like this is a lucky situation for the both of you. This is, you two are going to end up on top no matter what happens. No matter if you start a relationship right away, no matter if you wait to start the relationship, like you basically both already know, like this is already going to happen. It's just like whenever you both feel it's right and comfortable, it doesn't matter. There is no such thing as an appropriate or inappropriate time. It's just kind of 3D stigma, or just kind of like you don't need the titles or the labels or whatever, you know? So both of you feel it like, oh yeah, this is it. But right now, let's just be with each other. Like, we don't need to put a title on it. I feel like even like your soul friends here, they can see the two of you like are partnered up, you know? Like nothing even has to be said. It's an immediate connection. Okay, so in terms of a relationship, oh my goodness. 3 of Swords twice. Wow. So yeah, I definitely kind of feel that there's a heartbreak on both sides. So both of you might be coming out of a relationship or a connection with another romantic partner. And when you see each other, it's like, oh yeah, this is it. But you want to give the other person enough time to grieve and to do their healing work, their lessons and everything in regards to that last connection, you know? And it's like, even though you both know that you two are basically in a relationship or basically going to be in a relationship at, like, at any point, you're basically already in one. It's like you're lucky that you have someone that can help you through the kind of breakup energies from your past connection. And this is like a love reading, so I am reading for you and your divine counterpart, and I am reading that you two are both leaving some sort of other divine like love connection behind for this divine love connection, which seems like it's a notch above the last one. But it can be like the soul tribe came up, so it does relate to, you know, new friends and new soul family, and leaving behind old friendships and old family connections that don't resonate with you. Okay, interesting. I asked for like a time frame, and I got like lunar eclipse. So I'm getting 6 months to a year, or whenever the next lunar eclipse is, like one lunar eclipse cycle. So one lunar eclipse to the next lunar eclipse. So if there was one recent, one around the time that you're watching this, then around, it'll, however long it takes for the next lunar eclipse is, around that time frame. So whether it's like a few months or 6 months or whatever, 1 month. But it feels like you two are, like, 'cause it's different for different people, but I feel like the two of you are being there for each other, for the sadness of leaving past connections behind. I feel like it's temporary. Yeah, but then like knowing that you two are going to be together, but giving each other enough space to do what's needed, but helping each other through it. It's a different kind of situation. Like it's unique. It's very unique kind of situation. Wouldn't expect it. Because this became very spiritual, I do want to pull some cards because this is so unique. I want to get more info for my spiritual girlies. Okay. Gentle moderation. Take your time. Pressure from others or yourself can be released by renegotiating what you're trying to accomplish. Yeah, so I'm getting that there's no, like, you don't have to worry about time when you two will come together, because it's basically, you both know, like, you two are together. You just want to help each other release anything that you need to release. Prepare yourself for this new world. It's a lot to take in. First house, individuality, self-image, and approach to life. Yeah, I feel like your approach to life completely changes. That's why I'm saying, like, this is such a unique situation. You two are just kind of learning to navigate this connection, this romantic love connection, but also new dynamics between other friends and soul family members, and new way of living in this completely new world. It's a lot to take in, so it's like no rush. Take your time. You'll probably figure out sooner than you think. But if I could get like a time frame, Knight of Wands. So this happens pretty quickly. So I think this happens, like, it's just out of the blue. It's like one day you're here and the next day you're somewhere else. So it just feels like it happens so suddenly. That's why it's a little bit more shocking, and also a little bit more like this opportunity just comes in. It's like you just take it and it's just kind of like you go with it. There's no looking back. There's no time to prepare. And the Knight of Cups. Wow, the Knight of Wands and the Knight of Cups. It's a little bit overwhelming. Everything is moving really, really quickly. Yeah, so pile 4, all I can really say is expect the unexpected. Expect a lot of things in your life to change. Even your romantic love life. If you thought one person was the person for you, maybe this is another person here. If you're very absolutely sure that your person is the person you're meant to be with, and like expect like the people around you to change, your environment, just your entire life, the way that you connect to your romantic love relationship might be completely different, just completely otherworldly, bizarre. Like it's it seems like something you would have never been able to think of in this 3D life. Like, I feel like I can't even explain it. I'm having a hard time explaining it. The way that you relate to your partner, the things that you do for each other, the things that you do outwardly in the world is completely different. I don't know how to say it more detailed than that, but I'm getting a little stuck here because like all I can say is like expect the unexpected, expect your world to be turned right side up, completely changed. And you both are going into it with fierce amount of confidence because you have each other and you have your soul family. So wow, this is incredibly spiritual, and it seems like kind of unbelievable, too woo-woo, highly spiritual. But if this resonated, let me know. I definitely like to connect with other very spiritual people who can interpret these messages and resonate with these messages. All right, so yeah, I hope you have a beautiful rest of the day. I'm still like thinking about these messages, because like I'm just channeling when this happens, so I'm like thinking about this. But if you have some insight, I would love to hear it. Pile 4. Yeah, beautiful rest of the day, and wish you much love and light.